Hey guys, we have a little dilemma here. There's a goldfish living in a small apartment, and there's a tarantula taking up a huge terrarium all by itself. By the way, the terrarium was a converted aquarium with a capacity of 80 liters. Initially, 3 spiders lived in such a large space. In addition to Tarantula, and Karakurt lived there. But the process of natural selection made its adjustments, and only 1 spider remained. And now, let's talk a little about the size of houses for keeping. The spider is quite enough for comfort, an area that is 3 times its size. But a goldfish ideally needs 50 liters of water. At the moment, it is confined to 15 liters, which is not enough, of course. By the way, we had 3 fish when we made a video about the reaction of the river inhabitants to this exotic fish. 2 were taken away and 1 stayed with us. We have been making wishes ever since. Now you can too. They are even fulfilled periodically. I want at least 888 likes under this video. The simplest solution would be to swap the spider and the goldfish. But we never look for easy ways, so we decided to combine living spaces and make a dormitory for 2 such different representatives of fauna. Specifically, to move the goldfish to the spider. How is this possible? You'll see soon enough. And we'll start by evicting the spider. Let's move him to the buffer zone first. We remove all the interior details and pour the soil into a smaller glass cube. Here we will also add the spider's home, his favorite coconut. And then we transplant the tarantula itself. Of course, we do not forget about the humidity, so water abundantly. We will not divide the space in any proportions, but simply in half. To do this, we take measurements and make markings. The glass has already been cut out and is quite thick. Cover the glass with masking tape, leaving a gap of 2 millimeters. Glue is applied on both sides and around the perimeter. The aquarium itself is also glued from the inside. The thickness of the glass is 8 millimeters, and the distance between the strips of tape is 12 millimeters. Now it's time to degrease the places where the connection will be made. We take a sealant, specially designed for aquariums, and apply it to the glass partition. It should be said that the glue was so bad that it did not come out, and we pressed so hard that we even bent the metal handle. Nevertheless, the sealant is applied, so we can put the partition back in place. We adjust the gaps so that everything is nice and symmetrical, and then we reapply the sealant to make the connection as secure as possible. After that, we carefully make the beauty. After all the preparations are done, we let the resulting double aquarium dry for 4 days, exactly as the instructions say. So 96 hours have passed. We can finally remove the masking tape. I must say that the result looks exactly as we planned. We can move on to the next steps. Normally we would have had to wait a few days for the water to settle, so we decided to fill the aquarium with store-bought, pre-purified water. A total of 36 liters of water was used to fill the required volume. Now it's time to decorate and organize the underwater world. We will use colored pebbles for the bottom. Once you have finished laying the substrate, you can start installing the heater. Preliminarily set the optimal temperature for goldfish at 24 degrees Celsius. Modern aquariums are filled with various electrical devices designed to make the atmosphere comfortable. One of them is a water purification and aeration system. This device is submersible and is attached with suction cups. The fish also need daylight. Therefore, we install LEDs on the top of the aquarium cover. The lighting is placed only above the area where the fish will be. As for the spider, it does not need it at all, because it is a nocturnal creature. Now that the technological part is over, let us return to the decoration. As additional elements of the entourage set a picture, and the design will be completed with live and artificial algae. Let's move on to the design of the land part of the terrarium. At the bottom, where the ventilation is, make a small hole. Put a thermo wire through it and lay it around the perimeter. When the layout is done, we fill everything with soil. Then you can put the decorations back in place. Immediately put the coconut shell in place, but this time we will add an innovation in the form of moss. This representative of the flora, just like the tarantula, loves heat and humidity. Of course, we do not forget to return to the place of the favorite laza of the spider, the same driftwood. And also install the hollow bone of an unknown animal. The final touch in the decoration of the terrarium is a thermometer, which allows you to control the conditions in the interior. Turn on all the equipment in the aquarium. It's time to move the animals into the combined dormitory. We start with goldfish. Swims with palpable joy. After a small aquarium, this should be much more comfortable. And now we have interesting neighbors. By the way, this is the moment when the power of your wish will immediately quadruple. Only one condition: the wish must be fixed with a like. And a subscription would be nice. Start the spider. It should also be much more comfortable, especially considering the fact that the terrarium is now heated from below, making the temperature as close as possible to the natural conditions of the tarantula's habitat. The spider sat in one place at first, but then decided to move closer to the goldfish. It seems to be unusually happy with the neighborhood too. When you turn off the lights, it turns out to be perfect. As we can see, the conditions under which there is a light source above the fish, which does not affect the dark realm for the spider, are very well realized. This is how the double aquarium terrarium turned out. That's all for now. Bye-bye.